boys and girls. This week in art, we are going to learn how to be safe with our scissors. So the first thing that we need is to make sure that we are using scissors while there is a grown-up with us. We are not using scissors on our own. There must be a grown-up present and with you to make sure that you are being safe with your scissors. So the next thing to be safe with scissors, you're going to see that your scissors have a little hole and a much longer, almost like an oval shaped hole. And so what I want you to do is put your thumb out like you're giving a thumbs up, and you're going to take your thumb and you're going to place it in the hole that has the circle. And then in this long hole, you're going to place the rest of your fingers. You're going to place your fingers in there, your thumb in there, and you're going to pick them up and make sure that your thumb is on top, so it's the closest towards you, and all your fingers are underneath. And then you're going to practice opening and closing. Now my fingers don't want to all fit inside the finger hole, so I can put one finger on the outside. That's okay if they don't all fit. But making sure that you are opening, closing your scissors. Open, close, open, close. Now every time we use scissors, we make sure that we cut away from ourselves. So here is my body, okay, over here on this side, and we're making sure that the scissors are pointed away, the opposite direction. So my scissors are good to go. I have them pointed away from me. And that is how they should always, always be. The next thing when we're cutting something, our hand should be out of the way of our scissors. So it should never, ever, ever be anywhere near these scissors, these silver scissor part, which is called the blade. So we have the handle, we have the blade. Keep your hand next to the handle. Keep your hand away from the blade. So not touching the blade. Now when we're cutting, we want to make sure that we open the scissors all the way. And you're going to see this V shape. And you're going to place your objects where those two blades cross together, where they meet together in that little section there. And then you're going to close your scissors all the way, and that's going to help cut off that object or that material. So we have some different materials with us today that we're going to practice cutting. That's going to help get our cutting skills awesome. So opening, closing, keeping our hand away from the blade, keeping your thumb at the top, so looking up to the sky, and the rest of your fingers looking down to the ground. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to put our scissors down. And I have a little bit of Play-Doh. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Play-Doh and I'm going to roll it out into a snake. So you can use Play-Doh, you can make your own Play-Doh if you don't have any Play-Doh, but you'll want to try practicing on some Play-Doh first. So I've rolled my Play-Doh out into a snake. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the Play-Doh in the hand that doesn't have the scissors, and I'm going to put my thumb in the little hole, my fingers in the big hole, and I'm keeping my fingers all the way at the end of my Play-Doh snake. And I'm going to open my scissors up completely so that they're nice and big and completely open. And I'm going to put the Play-Doh inside between the two scissors, and then I'm going to close the scissors together, and it's going to cut off little pieces of Play-Doh. Okay, now notice I didn't put my fingers near the blade, I just tapped it, and that helps the Play-Doh come off. Always keep your fingers away from the Play-Doh. Okay, so I'm just opening and closing on the Play-Doh, and I'm cutting out little teeny tiny little nuggets of Play-Doh. So I'm going to keep doing that, and that's helping me practice opening and closing my scissors. So I open and close, and that cuts that Play-Doh off. And if it sticks like mine does, just tap on the table, keeping your fingers away from the blade, making sure that we are safe while we are using them. So I open the blade all the way up, put the Play-Doh inside, close the scissors, and that'll cut the Play-Doh off. Open, close, open, close, open, and close. And now my fingers are away from the Play-Doh. I don't need to hold on to it anymore. And there we go. We have these little nuggets of Play-Doh that we created by cutting with our scissors. So once we've done that, we're going to start getting a little harder with our cutting. And I have this little container here to put all the little extras, all the little scraps inside. Put them off to the side in a little bucket. So now we're going to take some straws. If you don't have straws, that's okay. But I want you to try and see if you have something that's a little bit thicker that we can try cutting with. Do we cut our clothes? No. Do we cut our hair? Never. Okay, we only cut our paper or anything else that's kind of like crafty. I'm picking up my scissors. I'm putting my thumb in the little hole, putting my fingers in the big hole, open my scissors all the way up so I see that V shape, and I'm going to take my straw, making sure my hand is all the way away from the scissors, and I'm going to open them all the way, put the straw in between, and close. Oh! And it might go a little far, but that's okay. Open and close. 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 Now it's the last piece, so I'm taking my hand away. Open and close. And now I have all these little pieces of straw that I cut off and I can put in my little bucket.